Hello and welcome to Sunday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where on Friday I did an incredible puzzle by Marty Sears, which was very small but quite miraculous, involving ranking the various 2x2 quads that exist in any grid. Now, MathGuy_12 has sort of taken that basic idea and turned it up to 11. So this is sort of a 9x9 version of Marty's puzzle, but apparently it's absolutely brilliant. I thought Marty's puzzle was absolutely brilliant, but I'm looking forward to having a go at this, and hopefully I'll have slightly more clue about how to approach it, given I've done one puzzle with a similar rule set before. This one's called Xerox, and it has 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty, and apparently it's rather wonderful. So I'm looking forward to having a go at it, and we'll talk through those rules in a moment or two's time. But before that, what can I tell you about? Well, I think Mark and I are going to be able to stream tomorrow night. I think his dinner will have finished in time. So 10 p.m. UK time, it will be Blueprints, backed by popular demand. And we'd love to have your company. I will try and remember to put a link to that video on the screen. Next, do check out. Have I got the right tab? I haven't got the right tab today. Bobbins. Do check out Blobs's Sudoku Hunt over on Patreon right now, proving incredibly popular. Thousands of you have been having a go at a wonderful series of puzzles themed around indexing, which might sound a little prosaic, but really isn't. The feedback we've had on those puzzles has been so good. And if you've been following the channel for any amount of time, you will know that Blob's puzzles are incredibly fun. So if you want to give yourself a few hours of fun, I really commend it to you. That's over on Patreon right now. And let me look at my list of birthdays. I'm going to start off with 2 twins. No, well, yes, 2 twins. That's correct. Alicia and Antonella are twins. And they're both turning 29 today. And I know this because they each have written to me about the other. So I think Alicia is in Pennsylvania with her husband, and I think you've got a 10-month-old too. And Antonella is in New York with her fiance. But I think it was Alicia who's been following the channel for years and years, and about a year ago converted Antonella to these variant Sudoku puzzles. They claim they both like my quirky language. What do you mean by quirky language? My language is every bit as unquirky as the next man's, let me tell you. Antonella says that her sister might be slightly better at Sudoku at the moment, but she's hoping with more practice she'll close the gap. I'm sure it is only practice, so I'm sure that's true. And I know that today is International Women's Day as well, isn't it? So the two of you were very keen that I should wish for chocolate cake for all ladies, and that is something that I wholeheartedly can get on board with. Yeah, so on International Women's Day, let's hope that there's plenty of chocolate cake that's incredibly well iced for all the women of the world, especially the Sudoku-loving women. Happy birthday to you both, obviously. Next. Well, Christopher, it's your birthday. You're in the UK, but I think you are of Polish background. Your brother Thomas wrote to me and told me you were turning a secret age. I don't know what he meant by that. So I guess it might be, would it be, how would I pronounce your name in the Polish way? Would it be Christoph? Would that be more correct than Christopher? I don't know. What I really hope when I butcher pronunciation is that at least the people whose birthday it is and from whom they've been wished birthday wishes, I want both of those people to be very clear when they get the message that it's them I'm talking about. Hopefully it is clear. And Christopher, I hope you have a great birthday today, and I hope the cake is good. And then finally, Jenny, over there in Oregon, in the US, it's your birthday today. And I know this because your fiancé, Lorenzo, wrote to me. And Lorenzo is getting you some chocolate cake from Ida's. which I think must be a shop. And he says it's the best in town. I should have looked that up on the internet, shouldn't I? Ida's Chocolate Cake in Oregon. I'm going to check it out. And the two of you are getting married later this month on the 27th. So I wish you both all the best with that. I know that you watch the channel before bed every night. And I think you both watch, so thank you for doing that. I hope the wedding goes splendidly. I'm sure it will. I hope you get weather like I've got today, which is rather nice. Many happy returns, Jenny. That's all the news. Let's have a look at Xerox by MathGuy_12, whose first puzzle, the first puzzle I did by MathGuy_12, I talked about in a Numberphile episode with Brady Harron. It was so good. So MathGuy_12 is a mean constructor. I mean in the sense of brilliant. The rules of this one are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Then we've got full quad rank. All the 2x2 areas of the grid, when read in Western reading order. Okay, golly. I think what that means, I might actually just change that slightly because I know what it means. I think it means if we were reading this number, it would be the number 1234. So a sort of normal reading order, I suppose, might be a way of describing it. All the 2x2 areas make a total of 64 4-digit numbers. Yeah, because these edge digits can't be part of a 2x2, can they? So you sort of miss out. I remember this from Marty's puzzle. You sort of miss out the final column and the final row. Anyway, there are 64 numbers in the grid. Or 64 2x2 areas, let's be precise. And clues in the centre of a 2x2 area, so let's look at that one, show its rank among those 64 numbers, where the lowest is 1, there is a 1 there, and the highest is 64. The two X's are the same number. Oh, good grief. Right. So we don't even know what the number is associated with these. We just know that their rank is the same, which I think must mean they're the same number. And okay, what else? One or more equal numbers are considered to be at rank n when there are n-1 numbers of strictly lower rank. For example, we say there are 3 numbers in rank 20 when there are 19 numbers of lower rank, and the next rank will be 23, i.e. the ranks could go 19, 20, 20, 20, 23. Yes, oh, I see. Yeah, so what that means is if you had 3 numbers that were the same, that were all bigger than the rank 19 number, then they would all be ranked 20, but then you wouldn't have a number ranked 21 or 22 because all the 20s would basically, take that space up in the ranking, and then 23 would be the next digit or the next rank up because all the 20s share a rank. I sort of understand that. That makes sense. That's all the rules. So that's all we get. From that, we're going to have to solve the puzzle. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I mean, we've actually got 362 ranks, which is basically the top number, isn't it? But before we go any further, I am going to talk about what I learnt in Marty's puzzle. And what I learnt in Marty's puzzle was to do with these positions here. So these, yeah. Okay, so every white cell left in this grid is the top left cell of a 2x2, isn't it? So that's why there are 64 2x2 numbers, because this is an 8x8 region of the grid. And what that means so far as rankings are concerned find is we can evaluate in the yellow area how many of each digit it must exist. Yeah, this is coming back to me. So the point is that whatever the digit is in this corner, let's make that a 1, just for the sake of exposition. If this was a 1, what would that mean? Well, that would mean that there were 8 1s in the white area, wouldn't it? Because it just would. There are 9 1s in the Sudoku, and you couldn't put repeater 1 in the green area, so the other 8 1s must be in the white area. So that means, and if this was a 2, then there would be 8 2s in the white area. If it was a 3, that's going to give a 3 in the corner. We can't sing for that because it's not deserved. If this was a 4, there would be 4 1s in the white area. So what this means is that whatever digit is in the bottom right hand corner appears exactly 8 times in the white area. Now what about a digit, let's say that this was a 4 and this was a 3 and this was a 3. How does it work for the digits that aren't the corner digit? Well, you can see that remember there are 9 of every digit. So the digit that's not in the corner will appear once in the rest of column 9 and once in the rest of row 9. So it will only appear 7 times in the white area. And this is going to allow us to approximately work out how the ranks work. Because what we can effectively say now is that the digit in the bottom right, whatever that is, appears 8 times in white. Every other digit appears 7 times. And hopefully, and that works. Because that means that 8 of the digits appear 7 times in white. 7 times 8 is 56. One digit appears 8 times in white, and 56 plus 8 is 64, which explains why there are 64 2 by 2s effectively in the puzzle. But what it means is, I suppose for this we could have always written a 1 here. That's always going to be true. For the 6 rank, we're always going to be able to write a 1 there. Because what we know is that either there are 7 2 by 2s with a 1 in the top left, or there are 8 2 by 2s. But 9 is always going to be a 2 digit, isn't it? Now, if there were, 17 is always going to be a 3 digit. Because even if there was 8 of either 1 or 2, you'd only get 15 of the numbers 1 and 2. So by the time you hit the 17th rank, you're going to be on the digit 3. And 62 is presumably 9, isn't it? Because that's so close to the end. So... oh dear, okay, that's gone much worse than I was thinking it would. So, okay, maybe this is not the way to do this then. Maybe it's actually colouring. I'm wondering about colouring because all the rank 62 numbers have to be the same, don't they? So that means that digit, whatever that is, must be the same as that digit, must be the same as that digit. Because this number, whatever it is going to be 9, purple. Let's say that's green, so that's going to be the same as that. That's going to be the same as that. And then we could make those into yellow, maybe. So it's quite likely purple will be a high number because, if 62, if there are, okay, so there are 3 62 numbers, which means these are effectively the highest numbers in the puzzle because there can't be a 64 number from the example. Because one of these effectively counts as 62, one of them is 63 and one of them is 64. So these, although these are all the same number, they're also the biggest number that actually exists in the puzzle. So it's likely, I think, that purple is a very high digit. It doesn't have to be, but it's just likely. And literally the only other thing we know is that the X's, we know those two digits are the same, but the problem is that, okay, for this one I can actually claim that that's a totally new digit. This top left digit of this X rank number, which must be the same number, mustn't it? If this is A, B, C, D, then this must be A, B, C, D in order to have the same rank. Now this red cell here actually sees purple, yellow and green in its column. So it is definitely different from anything in the rank 62 number. So we can call it a new colour. I suppose I can do that with the digit beneath it as well. So let's make that blue. This is also different from all the numbers. And what about this one? If we call that grey, could that be the same as it could be? It can't be purple or yellow or red or blue. Purple, yellow, red or blue. Could it be green? Oh dear, maybe it could be green. Okay. Okay, so maybe that one doesn't deserve it. So maybe these two don't deserve their own colour. Okay, this one's different. I'll label that one grey, because that does see green. That sees green, yellow and purple, and obviously red and blue. So that one is another fresh colour. And this is the conundrum one. This one here, which what colour should I make it? These are the questions. Make it lime. This one, no, actually I don't want to make it lime. Okay. Do I have to label that lime and possibly dark green? I don't want to do that. No. Okay, I'm going to try and do it without this one. So I've got no. Well, no. Oh no, nothing I'm trying to think about is working here. I was going to say that I've got 6 different colours here. I was going to try to argue, which doesn't work, that these colours didn't have any overlap with the 9s, 1s, 2s and 3s. Well, they'd have to have some overlap, I suppose, because there are 6 different colours. There's only 9 different Sudoku numbers. So there must be some overlap between 9s, 1s, 2s and 3s and the colours I've got in. Otherwise there would be 10 different numbers in the puzzle. I mean, 1 can't be those ones or those ones. So the only one 1 could be would be purple. Which is incredible. That might be disprovable, just because that would put a 1. That would make the highest number in the puzzle a 9-1 number. But that would mean that all the rank 9 digits in the puzzle had to be, or all the 2x2s that start with a 9 would have to be 9-1. Which doesn't feel very likely. So how do we disprove that? Why can't purple be... Let's think about what would happen if purple was 1. If purple was 1, 1 would go in the corner, actually. So it would be the digit that appeared 8 times in the 8x8. I can't see why that doesn't work. Maybe where does 1 go in column 7? It can't go there, look. And I know it's not red, I know it's not blue from this box. And I know it's not yellow or green, and I know it's not 9. So 1 in column 7 is in one of 3 places. Well, interestingly, that is a little bit interesting. Those are the 3 possible positions for 1s in column 7. It's not there. It's not at the bottom. Because if this was a 1, where would you put 1 in box 7? You'd have to, because of this one, you'd have to put it in purple, where it would be in the same column as itself. So 1 is not there. So 1 is in box. It's in one of 2 places. It is either purple or it's that one, which we've never coloured. No. So if one was purple, that put a 1 here. If this is 1, if this is 1, then 1 is in one of those 2 cells in box 3, which would mean that... Oh, that's lovely. Good grief. Right. That's weird, actually. That's weird. I'm almost certain this isn't how you're meant to do the puzzle. I mean, I'll show you what I've seen there. If this is 1, let's just put it in. If this is 1, you think about where 1 goes in box 3. Now, because this is 1, 1 is now not any of the colours, any of these 3 colours. So 1 would go into this domino in box 3. But that means that 1 in this box is in one of these 3 positions, but not the middle one because of the 1 here. So 1 is either there or there. Well, it can't be in the top right of the X, because then it would be there and it would clash in box 1. So it has to go here, but that puts 1 in purple again, where it can't go. So all of which means that 1 is purple, which means it certainly isn't in that domino. So 1 is now in the corner. 1 is purple. 1 is in one. Whoopsie. 1 is one of 2 places in box 2. 1 of 2 places in box 4. 1 of 3 places, I think, in box thingy, the technical term for box 5. There was no quirky language there, Alicia and Antonella. No, I don't know how to deal with that. What does that mean? So I've got 6 1s in the grid. Oh, hang on. What's that? This must mean something for this weird... Oh, this is... Okay, this was the thing I was worried about. Because now... Well, how does this work? So now the biggest number in the puzzle is a number that begins 9-1. And now I've got 3 of those. And I know... right, okay. So now I know that there are 8 1s in the purple part, in that 8x8. And there are 7 9s. Now I can see 3 of those 9s, but any 9 that I put, I can see 3 of them, not any 9. That's not true. I need to think this through. But so the other 4 9s, the other 4 9s that live in the top left of the grid, i.e. in that 8x8, all have to have 1 to their right in order to be a valid number. So I'm wondering if that means that has to be a 9. It does mean that, doesn't it? Because you simply can't... I simply am just not allowed to write 9 into any cell that hasn't got I can't, sorry, I'm being inarticulate here, but I think I do understand it now. I think I look at that area of the grid, I say, and I know that that has 7 9s in it, and I know every single one of those 9s has a 1 on its right, in order that this, rank 62, can have a 1 on its right. So, but, okay, so the reason I was just pausing for thought there is that, but there are 8 1s available. So do I necessarily know that this one definitely has a 9 on its left? And I think I do for the following reason. There is definitely a 1 in one of those 2 cells. Now that one can't allow a 9 on its left. It can't, because there isn't a column 0. So the one here is irrelevant to this 9 count, if you like, which means there are only 7 1s in this 8x8 area that could allow a 9 on their left-hand side. And so every other one, other than this one, that's in the 8x8 area must have a 9 on its left, which means that must have a 9 on its left. That must have a 9 on its left. Now, and then, that's lovely. Right, so imagine this was a 1 now. That would put a 9 here, and it would clash. So that can't be a 1. So we must put the 1 there. That must be a 9, which means this isn't a 1. Now, how many 9s have I got now? I've got 6. I should have 7. Oh, I see. Oh, that's disappointing. Right, well, there's going to be a 9 in one of these 2, and whichever one it is, it's going to position a 1 in one of those. So say this was a 9, that would have to be a 1. If this is a 9, that has to be a 1. Nine can definitely have its own colour, because it sees all of the colours in column 7, and this 9 sees grey, so it is a totally new colour. Let's make it orange. And I think I'm missing a trick here. Oh, 9, I can put 9 into the bottom row. So 9 is going to be in one of those 2 cells in box 6 by Sudoku. It's like toroidal, isn't it? So the 9 here is sort of on the right of these, or it's on the left of those 9s if the grid acts as like a torus, if you see what I mean. You probably don't. So I'd love to know which way round this goes. Oh, I see. Yes, okay. So what we can do here, surely this can't be a 9. Because I'll tell you why I think that's true. Because I know that this digit here, the one that begins with 2, is the lowest of the 2 ranking digits, because we know that there are 8 1s in the 8x8. So there are 8 2x2s that have a 1 in their top left corner, which means that the lowest digit, the lowest 2x2 that starts with a 2, is rank 9, which this one is. So if this does go 2, 9, then all 7 of the 2s in the 8x8 would have to have a 9 on their right. Now I was suddenly thinking to myself that maybe that's why this is so sparsely populated in terms of clues. It's because the clues are weird in the sense that the low ranks of 2 would have a 9 next to them, and the high ranks of 9 have a 1 next to them. But let me think this. So how do you think this through then? So if this was 9, then the 7 2s in this area of the grid all have to have a 9 on their right. But that we can't use that one, so that's no good. 1 2 3. But this one would. 4. Hang on. What? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Oh, I see. And then I could put one there as well. Ah. Oh, but hang on. No, that wouldn't. But then I could. No, this is awkward actually to think this through. But I think there's a problem there, isn't there? Let me try and articulate this clearly. So what I'm saying is, if this is a 9, then this is a 9. Now, I know that the lowest 2 ranking digit is a 2 9, so I know all 7 of the 2s in the 8x8 have a 9 on their right. Now it's easy. It's not that easy to get a grip on that though, because so all 7 of the 2s, I don't know where the 2s are, but I do know, or I would know, where all of the 9s are. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, and there are. But that one would also count, wouldn't it? Because that does allow the 9 in column 9 does allow a 2 on its left. So even though that 9 is not in the 8x8, it still allows a 2 in the 8x8 to have a 9 on its right. So it sort of counts for the purpose of this overall counting exercise. But what I'm thinking is, you can see all 9s are placed in the puzzle there. Can you position the 7 2s in that 8x8? Can you position them to each have a 9 on their right? And I don't think you can. For this reason, I think it's to do with this box. I'd have this 2, that's fine. I could put a 2 here, that's fine. So that's 2. I could put a 2 here, that's fine. 3, I could put a 2 there, that's fine. 4, I could put a 2 here, that's fine. 5, I could put 1 2 in one of those for 6, but where's the 7th coming from? I can't use both of these 2s, it doesn't work. So I think this is not correct. Okay, that was a 2, wasn't it? Because it's rank 9. So it's not 2 9, it's the 9 goes downwards. So this becomes a 9. And that positions the 1s, doesn't it? Because we know that the 9s, yeah, we know 9 always has 1 on its right in the 8x8. So now I've got this pattern going on. This is mad. And from here, well, see, now this is really weird, because that's a low 3 digit. It's not the lowest though, is it? That's interesting. So there is a mismatch here between the 3s and the 2s. Oh, this is going to be important, because that's going to allow me. Yeah, this is very clever of Math Guy _12, I think. So what I'm now noticing is that we know that the rank 1 digits, or the 2x2s that have 1 in their top left, there are 8 of those. The 2x2s that have 2 in their top left, there are 7 of those. So that takes the lowest 15 ranks off the table. Now, this is rank 17, so there is a lower rank than this somewhere in the puzzle. But what this is telling us, remembering there are 7 3s in this portion of the grid, 6 of those 3s must have a 9 on their right. Now where is the question? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one of those 2 is 6, and that's the only way you can do it. So this one does, this one does, this one does, this one does, and one of those 2 does, but I don't know which one. Probably. Probably don't know which one. Can I do Sudoku with 3s that I've just got from that? I can. Or do I know? Oh, please don't let 3 be able to be green. No, okay, 3 can't be green because of this green. So 3 is not yellow, it's not green. So 3 is in this domino in box 3. So 3 is in, well, can 3 be red? No, it would clash in box 1. So I get a 3 down here, which means 3 is in one of 2 places in box 8. Where it, okay, the 3 in box 8 definitely doesn't have a 9 on its right. So that whichever one of these is a 3 is the rank 16 digit. So say it was here. It would be dub, 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 dub. That would be the 16th digit, 16th lowest. And then this would be the 17th lowest. And wow, I don't know yet what that means. I can't put yellow there, can I, by Sudoku? Oh, has this been available forever? Why? It seems like that's yellow. Sorry, I just hadn't seen that at all. Okay. Same question here then. Where's yellow? Can yellow be 3? No, yellow can't be 3. So yellow is there in box. Oh, this is great. Look, I'm doing some things here. Getting some yellows. So hang on, does that mean that's green? Not sure I trust that. I think it does, doesn't it? Because this dark green, it's definitely not 3, 9 or 1. It sees them in its columns. So it's not those, it's not those. It's not red or yellow. It sees them in its columns. So that's green. And that's, okay, and that's on my X. This is green. Oh, this is lovely. Look, it's working. It is actually working, this. I'm getting digits. Well, no, I'm not getting digits at all. I'm getting colours. So hang on. So how do I think about this digit then? Is that some new colour? What have I not put in this column that warrants putting in? Maybe I put. Maybe I give 3 a colour. And now this column doesn't have grey in it. So one of these is grey. And is the other one that one? Is that the point? Maybe that's the point. I haven't coloured 2 either, but I've only got 1, 2 in the grid. What's that? Is that are these two the same? Is that the point? Yeah, that's probably the point, isn't it? 391. Yeah, these two digits are the same. So in fact, box 1 and box 9 are complete clones of each other. And the only digit I've not used in my colour pad is lime green, so I'll have to make that lime green. So, nah, it doesn't work. Okay. So these are lime green and grey. And what are those two? One of them is 3, which is my dark blue colour. And one of them is red, I think. Wow, okay. I don't know what that means. Oh, I suppose I know that digit. That's red. I haven't put red into this row. That's something. Why is my phone going nuts? So red is in one of these 2 cells. Red is in one of those 3 cells. Red could be 2 though, couldn't it? Probably is 2, because that would give us a low number in this 1 number. Okay. Golly gosh, I don't know then. What are you meant to do in this position? Okay, I can do one thing. I can do one thing here that is not the most unintelligent thing ever in the history of my life. This is not a 3. Because if this was a 3, this 2 by 2 number would be 391 green. And that must be lower than that, which is 39 not 1 green. But it can't, that one is not lower than that one, because I know that whichever one of these is 3 doesn't have 9 as its second digit. So this is the rank 16 digit, either that one or that one. So that is not a 3, because that would create another 2 lower digits. So that is a 3, which is my indigo. That is a 3. And that I'm claiming, that's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Right, and now I've done all my 3s, and I can get red in row 2, look. And okay, and now I've got rope. Have I always had roping? Oh no, I didn't see that. I could have got this all done before, I just didn't see it. Okay, the first 3 rows are roping. What I mean by that is you can see we've got red, dark green, yellow, red, dark green, yellow. So this is going to be red, dark green, yellow. Everything's repeating. So we know that this is going to be blue, grey, lime, which is that's about as useful as a chocolate teapot, but it's true. This one can't be green, or hang on, that can't be green or red. That is actually yellow, which is a surprise. And these ones are no, lime, isn't it? It's these 3. That's not lime. That's not grey. That's not blue. So we are we are chocolate teapotted there. But oh no, nearly. It's getting ever more likely that red is the number 2, isn't it? Because red's only got 2 possible positions there. No. What about those 3? What are those? One of them's blue. I don't think I know which one. One of them's lime, which is okay, one of those is lime. I might have to start putting sort of this sort of thing in, giving it a bit of a shading. So what's the other thing missing from this row? Grey, lime green, and what's the other one? Blue. Grey, lime green. I'm not sure. Or maybe this column? This column needs grey and lime green. This is grey or lime green. This is grey or lime green. This is grey or lime green. I don't know. One of those is lime. I can't quite see how to do this. We might have to do more thinking about rankings in order to actually make more progress here. Got something. Oh no, how have I? Hang on. No, I'm not sure I do actually. I was saying that dark green has to be down here. I thought in my brain I'd got something else down here, but maybe that wasn't true. I'm not sure. No, I'm sorry. I think I'm misleading you. Okay, maybe it's just straightforward Sudoku then. Gosh, what is going on? Stop buzzing at me. I'm going to put that somewhere else and hope it stops buzzing. If I turn it upside down and put it on my handkerchief, then hopefully that will have the desired effect. What's that? That is either grey or blue. Okay, look, I'm going to bite this bullet. I'm going to put these in. So lime green and grey. This was lime green or grey. So, one of these is red, is it? Oh. Okay, what about that column? That column has got 6 colours that are known, and then it's blue, grey or lime green for these two. Blue, grey, lime green. Now, I can't do anything with that at all. That's so rotten. Oh dear. Okay, now I've got zugzwanged here, haven't I? I'm sort of completely stalemated. How am I going to get this going again? That's terrifying. I haven't got a clue. I've got all the 9s. I've got all the 1s. I haven't got all the 2s. I don't understand the 2s at all. Is there anything I can say about 2s that's in any way intelligent? Can that be a 2? Don't know. Actually, hang on. No, that can't be a 2, can it? Wouldn't that be lower than that? Whatever this digit is, it's not 1, 2 or 3. Yeah, the minimum value of this is 2439. So if that was a 2, it would be lower. And yet this is the lowest ranking 2 digit, so the 2 doesn't go there. So the 2 is in one of those 3, I think, which means that the 2 is in one of those 2, because this can't be 2. So, I wonder, there's going to be some reason for one of these not being able to be a 2. And I don't have a clue what it is. Or 2 in this column? Do we now know more than we did? What do we think 2 is? We know it's not green. Can it be blue? Just plain old blue. That blue. That. Then it would go there. I'm not sure. Maybe it can be. golly, I don't know. Is there a reason that one of these doesn't work? We'd have to be careful, wouldn't we, to make sure that whichever... No, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Because I'm noticing I've got 2 blank 39 here. So if I put the 2 there, I've got 2 blank 39. But providing this is either the same as or greater than this, that's allowable, I think. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I thought I had a really good thought then. I was looking at this one rank, which is a bigger number than this. And I was wondering what would happen if that was red. Because that would go 1 red. This would go 1 red. So this would have to be greater than that, or if they were the same, this would have to be greater than that. Ah, okay, I don't know. 9. How do we do? Oh, I've just had a weird idea. Okay, is this true? I think this is true. Look at that number. 9, 1, potentially green, yellow. Well, that number, the 62th ranked digit, is definitely 9, 1, green, yellow. So if this was 9, 1, green, yellow, this couldn't be the 62th ranked number because it's the same as that one, and that one. It should have been the 61st ranked number, and there should have been 4 of them. And it's not. That is expressly a 62 ranked number. So this digit is red in order to stop it being the same as that number, which makes that cell it makes that cell green, which makes that cell green. Oh, please do more than that. We now know green is bigger than red because that's rank 6 and that's rank 1. Oh, bobbins, has that not done anything more? I can see one of those 2 is red. I've got this green for my troubles. I don't know. I don't know. It could be something to do with 1s in the grid, couldn't it? This is 1 red. Ah. Here's a very simple... Oh, what? Ah, red's 2. Right, row 5. Where's red in row 5? This red stops it being here. So that's the only one that can be red, apparently. So red is 2. Ah, that's huge. That is huge. Red is 2. Oh, please do more than that. There's a 2 down here. This is not 2 anymore. That's not 2. Oh, I did work out that wasn't 2. Oh, because yeah, it would have created a lower number than this, didn't I? So this is 2. Aha. Okay, that's a red 2. So I've got an X-swing of 2s left. But surely... Well, I must know what that is now, or at least something about it. That is either lime green, blue, or grey. So it's the same as that one. Wow. What's this then? That's the same, is it? That's also lime green, grey, or blue. But That one isn't grey, I see, because of this. So I'm left with a blue lime green pair up here. This is very complicated now. I'm trying to deal with these colours at the same time as the ranks. I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. I've got to solve this somehow. What colours are missing from this one then? I mean obviously I've got this blue lime green grey thing going on, which is those ones. Yellow. I've not put yellow in this one. That's yellow by dint of it having to be, because this can't be yellow. So now I get yellow in this box down here. Oh, I see. One of these is red. Okay, so this one is the grey lime greeny thing, but it's not the greeny thing. And in this row we need lime green. Yeah, it's the same, isn't it? It's always the same. So in this column I've got the blue lime green grey thing going on. In this column I've got the blue lime green grey thing going on. No doubt in this row, no, in the row, well, oh, in this row it's the same. Blue, lime green, grey, but that one at least sees grey. Which, oh dear, no, this is going mad. This is going mad now. So I don't know what to do. There'll be some reason why the twos have to go in a particular order here. If 3, 9, yellow 2, does that hurt us at all? What do we know about 3s and 9s? I've lost track of that. Okay, 3, 9, something green is the lowest from there. 3, 9, something green. Yeah, we're going to be able to build up, I think, a picture of how the various colours slot into place from the rankings we've been awarded. It's not going to be the X's. I think the X's have been doing a colouring duty. Now, could it be the 2 clue? It certainly could. It certainly could. Because this clue and that clue are all but identical. The only difference is that this is yellow and this is blue or grey and must be lower than this. So yellow is not 4, is what we can say as a result of that. Yellow is 5, 6, 7 or 8. Now we might have other opportunities to do something similar. Yellow is 5, 6, 7 or 8. And I've actually got all the yellows, so I'm not too embarrassed about pencil marking that. Now, okay. I know. I don't know quite how to do this, as you can probably gather. Can I find any more 2? Okay, that's fine. 2 blue, something 3. 2 green. So green, if green was 4, If green was 4, that would be a problem for this one. So green is not 4. Okay, and I do know the positions of all the greens, so that's quite good, isn't it, actually? That is quite good. I'm delighted about that. I don't know what it means yet, but it's something. So the digit 4 is one of these unknowable ones. It's probably this one. But I don't know how to tell that. I wonder if those two have to be the same and they're both 4. And then that would be 4. Possibly. Okay. So do we know? I don't know. It's very hard to know exactly where to look here. I wonder if there's some way I could actually finish the colouring. And then maybe it becomes more doable. But I suspect to finish the colouring, you need to, or I'd need. Oh, hang on! I've got an idea. I've got a brilliant idea. It's this one. If that was a 2, surely it would be lower than this. 392 this is not a 2, and that would be lower. And that would be lower, and that would make that not capable of being 17. Great. So it's the 2's go like that. That does my reds. Now, does that allow me to do any better? So that one is blue or lime. Oh, that is better. That is better. Let me just check this. In the column, this is blue lime, so that's definitely grey. So these are oh, this is good. This is really good actually, because that now becomes blue. That becomes green. That becomes blue. That becomes not blue. So that becomes green. That becomes grey. That's not grey anymore. That's this is now blue because it's not lime green. So this is now grey. This is not grey or blue. That's green. This is not green, so it's blue. I would be so. This might still go, you know. It feels like it's suddenly really being much kinder to me than it was. This is now not lime. So this is a blue-grey down here, but I don't think... maybe I can get the order from that one. That's now done the ordering of these two. So these are not grey. That's lime, so that's great. That's not blue. This one is actually blue by Sudoku. This can't be lime, so that must be... Right. That's huge, isn't it? That must be huge. That must allow me to do more of these equation things to try and work out what's actually low and what's actually high. He says, and then hasn't got a clue where to look. So, blue, this one, is definitely lower than green. And it's definitely lower than what else? Yellow. And grey, actually. So if grey was lower than blue, so grey has to be grey has to be at least 5. And what we need is a 2 next to a lime green, really. That would be very handy. But I'm not seeing it. Is 2 ever to the left of a lime green? I don't think it is. So, what does that mean? Your guess is as good as mine. I know that either lime or blue is 4. Now, is there anywhere else that lime or... So this is at least a 5. That's the nature of greys. And this is, so lime is probably the 4. Oh no, I want that to be the 4, really. I'm not sure. But maybe it's the 3 9s then. Ah, it is the 3 9s. It's the juxtaposition of this 3 9 and this 3 9, look. Because we know this is lower than that. So we know this is lower than this, which means lime is 4. But now blue is 5, because we know that blue is from our earlier work. We know blue is lower than green, yellow, and grey, because I can't remember why. I think it was to do with numbers that have 2 and then a colour. You can see that one. That's supposed to be bigger than this. So this is definitely, yeah, so this is 5. So blue is 5. And all of the other numbers in the puzzle that have, we can take 5 out. And we're down to 6s, 7s and 8s. And all we've got to do, which is going to be easier said than done, is somehow work out what on earth the ordering is. Am I being incredibly dense here, or is this complicated? How long has it been? I've been over an hour. Well, what's it going to be? It's got to be. It's got to be something in here. Is it the 6? What's that telling us? So that's telling us that there are 2 higher numbers than 1 green. Okay, let's think about that, because that's 1 green. Yeah, that's definitely higher than that one. Here is definitely higher than that, because its third digit is a 6, 7 or 8, not a 2. So that's one of the higher ones. Where is the other one? We could do... Where is the other one? That's definitely... It's a 1 digit that's definitely higher than this one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It could be that. Oh, I see. So it works the other way around. So it has to be that one, I think. This might be wrong, but I'm looking at this and I'm saying I know that there are 2 higher digits in the 1 set, because 1s go up to the rank 8, don't they? And I think this is one of them. That's definitely not higher. That could be higher. That couldn't be. That couldn't be. That couldn't be. That could be. That couldn't be. That. Yeah, so this is higher. So this is telling us that grey is higher than green. So we need to fix this now. We need to fix this. So grey is not 6. And green is not 8. Now, where do we go from there, I hear you ask? So I need something to act as a tiebreaker with yellow somehow. But where's that coming from? What's acting as a tiebreaker with yellow? I don't know, is the short answer. I am trying to look, I promise. I'm just failing to see anything of any value, I think. I'm looking at 2s at the moment, but I don't... Oh, Maverick's just making a right racket. Sorry about this. That is a proper noise, isn't it? He must be very low, and it sounds like he's in a helicopter today. It's not the 9-1 digits, is it? I mean, obviously we know all of these are the top ranking 9. So everything else that's 9-1. Oh, this could be it. Has to be lower. Yes, got it. That's it. That's it. Right, look down here. Now, this has to be lower than a 9-1 green digit, and it's 9-1 yellow. So this cannot be 8. Definitely not. Yellow is not 8. And now 8 is grey. But we can take that further, obviously, because 9-1 green has to be higher. Let's get this right. Higher than 9-1 yellow. 9-1 green is 7, and 9-1 yellow is 6, and that is, I think, the solution to the puzzle. I'm quite pleased to get through that. That was hard. It was really hard. Fascinating, actually. Incredible. I mean, very original logic. And even though I'd done Marty's puzzle, it sort of set me up for it. That felt a lot harder, actually. Maybe it was the bigger size, but also the sparsity of the cluing. And it was quite a colouring exercise. It was brilliant. Mathguy_12. That is a brilliant puzzle. Be interested to see whether the comments on that reflect how difficult I found it, or whether you guys will all find it easy. But I did enjoy it. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.